Hello students, we are discussing about the lesson quadratic equation, right? Quadratic equations. So in our previous session we have solved few problems of exercise 10.3. Now here in this session also we are going to solve a few more problems of exercise 10.3. Okay, let us start with the next problem. What is the next problem given? It is given that the diagonal of a rectangular field, the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than more than the shorter side, if the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, find the sides of the field. Find the sides of the field. Okay, let us read first what is the problem given. They have given that the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters. The rectangular field, in the sense it will be like this, right? A rectangular field. This diagonal of a rectangular field, it is 60 meters more than the shorter side. This is going to be the shorter side of a rectangular field. If the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, what they have given? The longer side is 30 meters more than the, if we consider the shorter side as x, the longer side is going to be 30 meters more, in the sense what? It is going to be x plus 30. Let us start solving. Okay, solution. Let the shorter side be what? Let that be x meters. And what they have given? The longer side is 30 meters more than shorter side. How you are going to write that? That is nothing but x plus 30 meters. What about the diagonal of the rectangular field? Therefore, the diagonal of the rectangular field, how we are going to give that? It is given by square root of x square plus x plus 30 whole square. This is what we are going to give the diagonal of the rectangular field. If so, now what we are given? It is given that the diagonal of a rectangle is 60 meters more. They have given us, right? The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more. It is given that the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. 60 meters more than the shorter side. What we have done? We have just written whatever is given in the question part. Since it is 60 meters more than the shorter part, how we are going to write? Therefore, root of What is diagonal? How we have represented? It is x square plus x plus 30 square will be equal to 60 meters more, means x plus 60. Now what we are going to do? We are going to take square on both sides. That is squaring on both sides. Okay. This is field. Now squaring on both sides. On squaring, what we are going to get? That is square root of x square plus x plus 30 its whole square plus x, with this will be equal to what? X plus 60, right? X plus 60 square. What is going to happen now? Now square, this square and root is going to get cancelled. Then I am left with what? I am left with x square plus x plus 30 whole square, which is equals to x plus 60 whole square. Now how we are going to write this? This is x square a plus b whole square, x square plus 60x plus 900, that will be equal to x square plus 120x plus 3600. Now we have 2x square plus 60x plus 900. Shift all the right hand terms on the left hand side. That is nothing but minus x square minus 120x minus 3600. This will be equal to what? This is going to be equal to 0. Plus 2x square minus 1x square is going to be x square plus 60 minus 120, that is going to be minus 60x. Now 3600 minus 3600 plus 900 is going to give me what? Minus 2700. Minus 2700. This is equals to 0. Now split the middle term in such a way that its product should be minus 2700. Right, we want its product as minus 2700 and the middle term, even how it should be minus 60. Then how we are going to write? It is nothing but 9 threes are, that is 90 into 30. I am going to write as 90 into 30, that is minus 90 and plus 30. Okay, this is going to be of what form? X square minus 90x plus 30x minus 2700. This will be equal to 0. I have x as common. Okay, x into x minus 90 plus 30 into x minus 90. This will be equal to 0. Since x minus 90 is common, taking out x minus 90, we are left with x plus 30 is equals to 0. It implies what? Therefore, x minus 90 is equals to 0 or x plus 30 is equals to 0. It simply means that x is equals to 90 and x is equals to minus 30. Can the side of a rectangle be negative? Since the side cannot be negative, what we can write? Since the side cannot be negative, therefore the shorter side, what it will be? The shorter side x will be equal to 90 meters. What we are supposed to find? Then find the sides of the field. We found the shorter side, which is equals to 90 meter. Okay. Now what we have? The longer side of the rectangular field. How we are going to do it? The longer side is The longer side is how much? It is x plus 30, nothing but 90 plus 30, which is equals to 120 meters. So students, I hope you all have followed this problem. Now let us solve one more problem. Okay, we are solving the problems from exercise 10.3. Keep your textbooks open and keep solving, okay? Next, what is the next problem given? It is given that the difference of squares of two numbers, that is the difference of squares of two numbers is squares of two numbers is 180. The square of the smaller number, the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number, the larger number. Find the two numbers. Find the two numbers. Okay, let us start finding its solution. What they have given here is the difference of, how it is the difference? The difference of squares of two numbers is 180. They have said that the square of smaller number is 8 times the larger number. We don't know which are those two numbers. So what we are going to do is consider the smaller number as x and larger number as y. Okay. Let the smaller number be x and larger number be y. What they have said? They have said that the square of the smaller number, that is x square, the square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. 8 times the larger number. Okay. Now, according to the given condition, the square of two numbers, the difference of square of two numbers, that is what they have given, y square minus x square, or we shall write that as okay. Let us change the numbers. Let the smaller number be y. Let the smaller number be y and larger number be x. Then what is going to happen? Y square, that is the larger number, the x is the larger number. X square minus y square, that is equals to 180. And what they have square said? The square of the, okay, y square, this is going to be what? It is going to be equal to 8x. That is larger number, it is equal to 8 times the smaller number. Okay. Now substitute y square is equals to 8x in this equation, that is x square minus 8x is equals to 180. Nothing but x square minus 8x minus 180. This is going to be equal to what? This is going to be equal to 0. Now what we are going to do? Split this. Solve this using splitting method. we have minus 180, that is 18 into 10 minus 18 plus 10. So it's nothing but x square minus 18x plus 10x minus 180 is equals to 0. X is common, take it out, left with x minus 18 plus 10 into x minus 18, this is equals to 0. Taking out x minus 18 as common, we are left with x plus 10 is equals to 0. This implies what? This implies x minus 18 is equals to 0 or x plus 10 is equals to 0. This is nothing but x is equals to 18 and we have x is equals to minus 10. See, we have got two roots now. The first root is x is equals to 18 and the other root is x is equals to minus 10. See, we cannot take the larger number as negative, right? Since we cannot take the larger number as negative, we are going to consider the larger number positive itself. So what is going to happen? X is going to be 18. What I'll write is, however, the larger number cannot be negative. However, the larger number cannot be negative. So because larger number cannot be negative, what we are going to do? Cannot be negative, as 8 times of the larger number will be negative, and hence the square of smaller number will be negative, which is not going to be possible. That is why what we are going to consider? We are going to consider negative the larger number, that is the smaller number is 8 times the larger number, so its square is also going to be negative. So what we are going to consider? Therefore the larger number is x is equals to 18, right? Now we need to find the smaller number. How we are going to find the smaller number? We have y square is equals to 8x. We have y square is equals to 8x. Y square is equals to 8 into 18. How much we are going to get? That is 8 into 18. It is nothing but we are going to get 144. Then y will be equal to plus or minus root of 144, which is equals to plus or minus 12. So which are the numbers we have? We will be having the larger number as 18 and plus 12, or we will be having the numbers as 18 or minus 12. These are going to be the two numbers. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to solve the next problem. So they have given that a train travels 360 kilometer. A train travels 360 kilometer at a uniform speed. At a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 kilometer per hour more, 5 kilometer per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. Find the speed of the train. So let us understand the question first. what they have given? They have given that a train travels 360 kilometers. In the sense they have given the distance travelled by the train is 360 kilometer at a uniform speed. We don't know what is the uniform speed, right? So let us consider the uniform speed as ax kilometers per hour. Let the uniform speed of a train be what? Let that be equal to x kilometers per hour. Okay. And what they have said, if a train travels 360 km at a uniform speed, if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour, in the sense they haven't given us the time taken by the train to travel this distance of 360 kilometer. Then the time taken by the train, see, we have a formula, that is time into speed is going to be what? That is going to be distance. Since we want to calculate time, what we are going to do? We are going to write that as distance divided by speed, right? Distance divided by speed. What is the distance given? The distance is 360 kilometers. And what we have considered the uniform speed? It is x, 360 by x hours. Okay. According to the given condition, what we are going to do now is, according to the given condition, what they have given, if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour, it would have taken 1 hour less. 1 hour less in the sense, what we are going to do here is, if the uniform speed, if it had 5 kilometers per hour, then what is the speed? That is 360 divided by x minus 1. It is going to, it would have taken 1 hour less, they have said. That is why what we have done? We have done minus 1. This is going to be equal to what? This is going to be equal to 360. So what we have? X into 360 by x. X and x is going to cancel. We are left with 360. X into minus 1 is going to be minus x. 5 into 360 is going to be plus 1800 divided by x. And I am left with plus into minus is minus. 5 ones are 5 is equals to 360. See, we have plus 360 and plus 360 on both the sides. What we are going to do? We are just going to directly cancel it. Next, what we are going to do is just go on further simplifying. What we have? That is minus x. Take the LCM. That is, if I am going to take x as LCM, I am left with minus x square plus 1800 minus 5x. This will be equal to 0. Nothing but minus x square plus 1800 minus 5x. This denominator x, if it is going to go on the right hand side, it is going to be multiplication, and 0 into x will be again equal to 0. Now multiplying the entire equation with minus 1. On multiplying, I am going to get that as x square plus 5x minus 1800. This will be equal to 0. Now what we are supposed to do? Now we are supposed to find the factors of minus 1800. What are going to be the factors of minus 1800? That is, we have minus 1800 as 45 into 40, nothing but plus 40. Okay, we want plus 5, no? Plus 45 and minus 40. I have said you, when two numbers have different signs, we are going to subtract and put the bigger number sign. That is why it is going to be x square plus 45x minus 40x minus 1800 is equals to 0. Here I have x as common, left over with x plus 45. Again I am having here x plus 45. I am left with minus 40 which is equals to 0. Take what? Taking out x plus 45 as common, we are left with x minus 40 which is equals to 0. It implies what? It implies x plus 45 is equals to 0 or x minus 40 is equals to 0. It just means that x is equals to minus 45 and x is equals to 40. So see, the speed cannot be negative. Right? Since the speed cannot be negative, what is the uniform speed of a train? Find the speed of, therefore, the uniform speed of the train is 40 kilometers per hour. Right? The speed of the train cannot be negative. Hence what we got? We got the speed of the train as 40 kilometers per hour. Now what we shall do? Now we shall solve another problem. See here, first we should learn to convert the given condition in the quadratic form. Once we convert the given condition into quadratic form, we can solve it using any of the methods. Okay. What is the question given? It is given that two water taps together can fill 2 water taps together can fill a tank in 9 hole 3 by 8 hours. 9 hole 3 by 8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can fill the tank. Let us find the solution. Okay. What they have given? They have given that 2 water taps together, a smaller water tap as well as a larger water tap, they take together a total time of 9 hole 3 by 8 hours to fill a tank. Okay. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can fill the tank. See, we don't know what is the time taken by the smaller tap, right? So, what we shall do is, let the time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank be x hours. Let the time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank be what? Let that be x hours. They have given the larger tap is going to take 10 hours less, means time taken by the larger tap, right? Yes, time taken by the larger tap is 10 hours less, means x minus 10 hours. Part of the tank filled by the smaller tap. Part of the tank filled by the smaller tap. See, in x hours, one tank is full, means in 1 hour, 1 by x tank is going to be filled. Part of the tank filled by the smaller tap in 1 hour. It is in 1 hour. Okay. The same way, part of the tank filled by the larger tap in 1 hour. What it is going to be? If it is 1 by x, that is going to be 1 divided by x minus 10. Okay. What next we are going to do? They have given that the tank can be filled in 9 hole 3 by 8, means it is given that the tank can be filled in 9 hole 3 by 8, means how we are going to do? 9 8s are 72, 72 plus 3, 75 by 8 hours. It is given that the tank can be filled in 75 by 8 hours by both the smaller tap as well as the larger taps together. Therefore, by both smaller and larger taps. Okay. Therefore, how we are going to write? 1 divided by x plus 1 divided by x minus 10. This is going to be equal to 75 by 8. Take the LCM. We have x into x minus 10. Here I am left with x minus 10 plus x. This is going to be equal to 75 by 8. Nothing but 2x minus 10 divided by x square minus 10x is equals to 75 by 6. Cross multiply. 6 into 2x minus 10 is equals to x square minus 10x into 75. It is 8. Right. We have 8 into 2x minus 10. See what we have taken here 1 divided by x, right? Then what it is going to happen here? It is going to be, take its reciprocal, 8 divided by 75. 8 divided by 75. Okay. Then it is going to be what? 75 into 2x minus 10 is equals to 8 into x square minus 10x. Now 75 2s are 5 2s are 10, 14, 15x minus 750 is equals to x square minus 80x. Shift all these left hand terms on the right hand terms. That is 0 is equals to x square minus 80x minus 150x plus 750. This can be written as x square. 80 minus 150. That is how much we are going to get? We are going to get that as 230 minus 230x plus 750 is equals to 0. Now what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to find the factors of 750 in such a way that on splitting I should get 230. That is 200 into 30. How we are going to get? 750 is 200 into 30 plus 70 minus 200 minus 30 is going to be give minus 230, nothing but x square minus 200x minus 30x plus 750 is equals to 0. Taking out the common terms, that is x into x minus 200. Again we are supposed to write here x minus 200 is equals to 30, nothing but minus 30. Taking out common, we are left with x minus 200 into x minus 30 is equals to 0. It implies what? It implies x is equals to 200, or it implies x is equals to 30. What we have considered as x? Time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank be x hours. So what has happened? Time taken by the smaller, we have what? 200x minus 30x plus 70. So we have, see, we have not multiplied here. It is 8x square, 8x square, 8x square, right? It means what? We are supposed to find 750 into 8. Right? 8x square minus, factors will be 8x square minus 200x minus 30x plus 750 is equals to 0. Nothing but 8, we have what? 8x square minus 200x. What we can take common? We can take 8x as common. On taking 8x as common, I am left with x minus 25. Again take out x minus 25. Here we are left with minus 30, which is equals to 0. So what we have? Taking out x minus 25, left with 8x minus 30 is equals to 0. This implies x is equals to 25 or 8x is equals to 30, nothing but x is equals to 30 by 8. See, the time taken cannot be 30 by 8, okay? The time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank, it cannot be equal to 30 by 8, because in this case, the time taken by the larger pipe, it is x minus 10, 30 minus 8 is going to be a smaller number, that is it is going to be 3.75 hours. Here x is equals to 30.8 is 3.75 hours is not possible. Why? Because time taken by the larger tap, because time taken by the larger tap will be negative. Therefore, what we are going to do? Therefore, time taken by the smaller tap will be equal to x is equals to 25 hours, and time taken by the larger pipe, time taken by the larger tap will be what? Which is equals to x minus 10, nothing but 25 minus 10, that is equals to 15 hours. What we got? Time taken by the larger tap is 15 hours. So students, I hope you all have followed all the problems discussed in this session. Learn to convert the given condition in the quadratic equation, then it is easy to solve the problems. In our next session, we are going to discuss about the nature of the roots. Till then, stay safe and thank you.